Hello, hello, hello. Is this thing on? Once again, live on Saturday night, it's Bose 831 Gaming. Once again, hello, hello, hello. It's Saturday night. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. Once again, this is Bose 831 Gaming live on Twitch. And this is a continuation of my Farming Simulator 22 Twitch live stream series, and we're on the ELM Creek farm. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your support. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day, evening, night, or whatever it is in your part of the world. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your support, and let's get into it. Uh, Again, this is a continuation of my ELM Creek live stream series. And before we really get into it, just kind of give you a little background on where we're at in the series. If this is your first time tuning in, what we're looking at doing right now is I'm probably going to continue to run this series at least until the time that the next expansion pack comes out for Farming Simulator 22. That will be released on November the 12th of 2022. Excuse me, November the 11th of 2022. And the last stream that I will do in this series will likely be get my dates mixed up here now. Excuse me, the release date for the expansion is November the 15th. So the last episode that will be in this series will likely be Saturday, November the 12th, 2022, which is the Saturday prior to the release of the expansion, and then that following Wednesday, when we come in on Wednesday, November the 19th, we'll be starting a live stream series on the map that comes with the Farming Simulator 22 Platinum Expansion Pack, and that's the Silver Run Forest map, and that we'll start doing that on November the 19th, 2022. So with that being said, that means we have about a total of maybe 7 more episodes before that date rolls around. So there's still a lot of things we want to get knocked out before we get to that point. Like as I've indicated before, I want to try to get to the point where in our stable, we have our horses give birth, so you can kind of see the stable, the horses have offspring, and we can go ahead and sell the offspring, and then do all the different stuff with the horses like we do with the other animals. And I just wanted to try to get advanced so we can get to the point where we at least see that happen with our animals. But that being said, let's get into it. Since the last episode, I've done quite a few things off camera as well. As you can see, we're on day 2 in July. We advanced a day to day 2 in July. It's 16:04 in the afternoon, which means we are almost done with this day. So we must have done a lot of stuff for us to be already in the late afternoon, and that is correct. The things we've done today, we finished the baling on fields 40, 42, and 54. We collected the bales on 40, 42, and 54. We rode fields 40, 42, 54, and field 45 and 46, which you can see here in front of me. We fed the animals, we've rode our horses, and we've done all the maintenance on the greenhouses. So basically, we've done pretty much everything we needed to do today, except for maybe some activities surrounding our production chains, and we're going to check on them now to make sure we didn't miss anything there. I think we're good to go with our production chains, but we can always take a look to see if that's really the case. So we're going to just take a peek here. Let's see, the line production is maxed out, so that's good for now. Solid fertilizer is, why does it say materials missing? Oh, it's already used. It's we already processed all the digestate that was in the silo into solid fertilizer, so it doesn't have anything to process right now. So that's why it says materials missing. The mini BGA, we have slurry here. We've loaded it with slurry. We've loaded it with manure, so that's good. The water tanker is full to capacity, and as I indicated earlier, we've already done the greenhouses off camera, so they're good for today. And they're all kind of maxed out because we're bottlenecked because of the productions are not demanding product as quickly as the greenhouses are processing product, so they're gonna have a little bit of backlog until that situation changes. But for right now, that's what we want, so we can go ahead and advance to the next day. We're good to go. Don't think we have any. Well, one more thing we need to check. Let's go to the prices chart and make sure we don't have any products from our production chains that could possibly be sold that we may have overlooked. Because most of our crops now will be going back into our different productions, so we're not going to be looking at producing crops for sale, except for maybe canola, or let's see, and canola will be good to sell in November. Olives go back into our production. Soybeans could be sold, but they sell best in June, and we are in July. So I kind of missed that one. Corn is going back into our production for now. Sugarcane goes into production. Let's see, so any other outputs from our productions that we need to be looking at for sales? Cereals has its best price in March. And I think that's pretty much it for right now. Yes. And all these production chains are all the results of expansion packs, mods that I have installed, but none of these productions are actually active in the game right now. Okay. So we can go ahead and advance the day to the next day. So we're going to go ahead and sleep. Alright, now we're day 1 in August, and I see now there was a vehicle lease that I forgot to return. What did I forget? Oh, the bale loader. And that's my mistake. We'll go ahead and return that now. And we're going to go ahead and get started on our daily farm activities. Because we have so many different things we have going on the farm now, it's going to take a longer amount of time to get everything taken care of that we need to take care of on the farm. But we will get all of these activities knocked out. And we'll start by feeding our chickens. But because we almost have the farm now to a point where it's almost self-sufficient, you know, each day we're going to have a ton of activities we need to do to make sure that we maintain our self-sufficiency. Alright, here we're just dumping the unused barley back into the silo, and then we'll go grab some seed. And the thing with seeds now is we have 2 sets of greenhouses and 2 sets of seed and fertilizer silos, but we won't carry seed from one set of silos to the other. We're just treating them as separate silos with separate functions for each section of the farm. which means that for the most part, if one silo in one part of the farm is empty and the other one's not, I won't be moving product from one silo to the other. I'll just go ahead and refill the other silo and keep, and the one that doesn't need refilling, we'll leave it at whatever current state it is in. And right now we're just gonna top off all of the greenhouses with seeds. And if you're just tuning in, I'm using modded greenhouses and not the base game greenhouses, and that's why you'll see me dumping seeds in these greenhouses, because these greenhouses require additional inputs and in turn produce greater output than the standard base game greenhouses. And these particular ones, although there are different mods depending on which mod you have installed, this set of greenhouses require seeds and fertilizer or manure. Alright, so we got the seeds there, and next up we're going to do our manure. And the other reason we're doing these greenhouses separately is because the greenhouses for the grapes and olives also require much larger or increased input than the greenhouses on my farm, on the main farm. So we're going to need a larger truck to refill those greenhouses under normal circumstances. Right now the demand is not as high because we're not using as much product from the production chain right now. Alright, so let's grab some manure. We'll start with the manure from the pigs. And fill that up. That's 12,820 liters. Should be plenty for what we need for the greenhouses, so we'll just go ahead and take that back over to our greenhouses. Whoa, just missed my turn there. That's not cool. But that's how my driving goes sometimes. Just gotta pay attention. Alright, so this time we're just dropping off manure. And kind of the same deal. I don't know if, because the field triggers are not visible in front of the greenhouses, just kind of have to guess where they are. That's why I try to dump with the dump button like right in front of each set of double doors. That seems to be pretty close to where the triggers are located, and most of the time I get them right or just about close to it. So that's what we're doing here, is we're just dropping off manure for each of the greenhouses. And again, we don't know exactly where the triggers are at, but we're kind of making our best guess based on the double doors in front of each set of greenhouses. Okay, one more there, another one here. And one more, and that'll be it. Alright, good stuff, good stuff. And we have a water distribution silo that automatically distributes water to all of the productions that require water, so we don't need to load water into the greenhouses, because that will happen from the water distribution. But we do need to make sure that the water distribution tank itself stays full. And we'll do that we'll check on its fuel levels in just a bit. But for right now, we're gonna come back over here to our animals, scoop up some additional manure, and we'll take all our remaining manure to our mini BGA so it can be processed into digestate. Okay, and we'll do the same with the manure produced by our cows. They're not giving us a whole ton right now, but it seems like the pigs are doing a lot more, which is kind of interesting. Okay, so that's all of our manure, and we're just going to check the mini BGA to make sure everything's processing. So slurry is out, manure is in, 15,000 liters or so that's processing. Over here, let's go ahead and top off the TMR mixer for our cow barn with mineral feed. Let's see, we still have 30,000 liters in here. Let's see, mineral feed is, let's see, let's go grab mineral feed, because it's been a while since we've topped this the mineral feed silo off, so we're going to go ahead and grab some mineral feed now. And make sure that the mineral feed silo for the TMR mixer is filled to capacity. And this one has a pretty slow fill rate, so we just have to bear with it a little bit while we fill it all the way up. That's very slow. Almost like watching paint dry. And we haven't checked on this in a while, so it's probably just a good idea to do it periodically. I don't think it's that low. I probably should have checked it before I came over here to do the load anyways, but it still works. It will work itself out. So go over here to the silo, make mineral feed check. And we'll just go ahead and top it off. Looks like we used the entire load, so we might want to check to see what the numbers are. That's 85,000. So we can stand to throw in another truckload. So we'll go ahead and grab one more truckload. Because the TMR mix doesn't use that much mineral feed in the mix so it takes a while before it starts to really deplete the load that we have in the silo, but it's just still something you want to, you know, kind of pay attention to. It's not a required element for the mix, but it is good because it does reduce the amount of the other products that you need to include in the mix, which in turn, you know, allows for your other elements to last a little bit longer. So that's, you know, a little bit less hay, straw, or silage you have to put in there. And again, it's not required to make TMR. It just makes for a more efficient mix. Go ahead and drop this off. And it looks like it's going to take that whole load. And we don't have the truck set to the unrealistic capacity, so I'm going to have to do each of the little loads one at a time. See if another 9,000 will go ahead and finish it off, hopefully. And it looks like we just encountered that random bug that pops up from time to time where you can't see the product in the trailers and vehicles and such when you're filling them up because it becomes invisible. It's just one of those weird things that comes and goes, and here we are again. It's funny how I can play hours and hours and hours and it doesn't seem to happen, and then as soon as I go live it happens on one of my lives. It's pretty wild. But even though you can't see it, there is product in this truck. Alright, I'm going to drop off the invisible mineral feed. Alright, and that finally did the trick. And that bug is really going to get to me, so what we're probably going to do real quick just to kind of reset it is you may have to jump out and restart the game and see if that resets this condition, because that's a very annoying condition to me. We'll deal with that in just a moment. Okay, so we're done with the TLX 3500 right now, at least. Well, one more thing we got to do, top off our water distributor silo, so we'll do that. And for that job, we'll need our tanker trailer, so we're going to disconnect with the dump trailer and grab our tanker trailer. And it already has a full load of water, so we just need to go ahead and unload. Okay, we didn't need as much this time, but we'll go ahead and refill that. You know, that water that we did use, we'll go ahead and fill it all the way back up to the top so that it stays maxed out. That's going to do the job for us here. And we won't need this particular tanker right anymore, so we're going to go ahead and unload it back and then reconnect our dump trailer. Alright, we're good there. So next up, we want to hop on over to our animals, to our cows and our pigs, and we have our straw blower ready to go, attached to my John Deere, and we're going to go blow some straw now. First we'll blow straw for our cows, and then we'll blow some straw for our pigs. Oops, I forgot to double check if that was all of the straw. That was just the end of that bale. So let's kind of back up in here. Nope, we were not done. And as you probably already observed, that's a little bit different from the last time we were doing the animals on the last stream. You're like, wait a minute, that, you know, you have square bales instead of round bales. Yes, I do. And some of the work that I did off camera, I made the decision that we would go ahead and create some larger capacity square straw bales and see how they worked on the farm for a little bit, just to kind of switch it up and do something a little bit different. So for our baling operations, we're going to be doing straw bales for a bit, you know, just to kind of have a different operation. And also this also will increase the bale capacity, because generally speaking, the straw bales are larger than the the square bales are larger than the round bales, but you can adjust the size / capacity of the bales. But generally speaking, the straw bales will have larger capacities than the square bales will have larger capacities than the round bales. But the bale capacity / sizes, even though in the game they're pictured to be all about the same size, generally speaking, but the capacity can be different and can be adjusted in the game as well for each of the different bale types, whether they be square or round. And now that we have our pigs pretty much maxed out. I won't even say almost, but the pigs style maxed out. You're gonna see them consume a lot more product or pig feed. Because the older the pigs get, the more pig food they'll consume, obviously. So we just refilled the trailer with pig food, and we're done with the pigs for the moment. We will probably come back a little later and grab whatever silage our pigs have produced and load that into our silage silo. And we'll either do it that way or we'll load that into the BGA so that it can be, the silage could be processed into digest state. And it looks like we have enough room in our straw blower to drop a couple of straw bales into the blower. So I'm going to go ahead and grab our front loader, and we'll grab a couple of straw bales and load them in to the blower as well. I'll just go ahead and grab that. Let me put it into the proper position here. And just to make it easier for them to work with, I think we'll come from the side instead of the back. Okay, got the stakes. That looks good. Alright, that's a good position. And we just gotta lift it up, get the right angle. Drop it down, back up. Alright. We need, there, to extend the arm out a little bit so that we have more clearance. And then we just drop it down right in there. And that should hit. And we could probably drop another bale in behind that one. That placement will be a little more tricky, but I think we can kind of work that out. Let's see if we can do that. So, I'll try to grab one more square bale. And we want to try to see if we can stick that one in the back side of the trailer. Alright, let's see. What's blocking me? Okay, there it is. Alright. And I'm going to carefully try to get this one into position. Yeah, I said carefully. And of course, it does not want to too careful. It may, here we go. Slide forward just a bit. There we go. Gotcha. That's it. That's a wrap. That looks good. So we can grab one more straw bale and bring that over to the TMR mixer and make sure that it's maxed out. And we should only need one straw bale. Straw is only a small portion of the TMR mix, so it doesn't require as many bales as the hay and the silage, as those two components are more major components in the TMR mix. And I forget what the exact percentages are for each portions of the mix, but the largest portions of the mix come from the silage and the hay. And what we're going to try to do here, a little bit tricky, but I want to try to grab the bales off the top row. Can't see if I can get the other one there without disturbing the bales underneath them. Oh, I got them both. Good job. Whoa! Okay, that's new. Alright, we still got them. Had too much weight on it, I guess. Didn't expect that to happen. Alright, and it took both of them. So we can grab two more and bring them over. And the bales are still kind of heavy, so that's causing the the front loader to be unbalanced, so that's why it's kind of bouncing around like that. These bales are very heavy objects. Alright. And those two bales will stay home, so we'll leave those there. And we'll do our hay, and then we'll be done here. And we'll check in on our other set of greenhouses. We'll take care of the horses. And then finally, we'll be able to start addressing whatever field work we need to get done. Alright, that's good. Good stuff. We're done here. Just want to go ahead and park the straw blower in our John Deere, and we'll move on to the next task, or next set of tasks that we have to do on the farm. just keep it attached. So the next thing we want to do is we want to address our other greenhouses. So first of all, before we even go drive over there, let's take a look at them in the production chain menu so we can get an idea of what our needs may be. Looks like we might not need to do anything right now. The grapes and the olives are backlog right now, and the same thing appears to be for the grapes. So let's go, let me look at our productions and see what's going on there. Why are we having some of these bottlenecks? Let's start with our olive oil production. It's going, they're full to capacity, so it's producing. It's just that we are producing olives and grapes at a faster rate than our productions can keep up with, so they're going to be backlogged. So that's our situation there. So we don't need the dump trailer right at the moment. We'll grab the tanker trailer because we can still move around our digestate slurry. And that's what we're going to do now. We're going to go over to our animal barns, our cows and our pigs, and grab whatever slurry and or whatever slurry we have produced, and whatever digestate we have produced, we'll take that over to our fertilizer production. Okay, so we'll start with our cows, and we'll just grab as much slurry as they have produced. Yeah, 20,000 liters. It's not too bad. Let's see what we have from our pigs. Alright, start filling. From 22, 34,000. The pigs are producing more right now, but it's still not too bad. Actually, we want to fill up with slurry, not unload here. I was thinking of that backwards. Because we're going to take the slurry over to our mini BGA so they can be reprocessed into digestate. And we're going to load up on the digestate. And while that's happening, let me go check the greenhouse and make sure we have all these productions turned on that need to be on right now. So we have manure is about to be finished processing, and we just loaded some slurry in there. We can go ahead and process that. And we got 29,000 digestate. And you can see where having to scroll through this production chain menu could be a bit of a pain if you, depending on how many productions you have on your map at any given time. And the solid fertilizer production chain is not producing right now because it needs digestate, so we're going to go bring some of that over right now. Alright, so we got this load of digestate. I'm going to take it over to our solid fertilizer production chain. Next stop is our solid fertilizer production chain. Alright, we unloaded the digestate into the solid fertilizer production, and so it should reprocess that into solid fertilizer. And that's the only real other reasons right now we needed to have the tanker trailer out. I guess we can go ahead and do our equipment maintenance as well while we have this truck out. So we're going to go ahead and go over to our shop. Alright, so we're going to repair the superliner, repair the tanker. That's good. That's just like doing your routine vehicle maintenance. Okay, so we're done with the tanker trailer for now, so we can go ahead and place it back in the shed. And I know some of you are probably watching and saying, okay, he didn't do anything with the sheep. And here's why. They have plenty of food. plenty of grass bales stacked up here. And wool is automatically distributed to our production chains. It's just that the trigger for the automatic loading of the wool pallets is smaller than the trigger that the pallets spawn into, and you can't cover the entire spawn area, so we have this one set of pallets that does not does not go into be automatically distributed. So we have to manually move that one pallet over to where the trigger point is located, so that it can be automatically loaded into the distribution center. Okay, so we're done in that area, so let's hop over to our horses and go ahead and get them taken care of. And let's do it this way. Let's go. And do the feeding their straw first, then we'll do the riding. Alright, we're gonna unload straw. And the unused portion of the straw goes right back into the silo. And we'll do the same thing with the horse feed. Alright, so the oat and the straw for the horses is done. So we're ready to go ahead and do the horse riding. So we'll do that now. And as you can see, the billboards in the background are dynamically changing. Look, this week we have an advertisement for the Pumps and Hoses DLC. on the big billboard. And kind of apologizing a little bit in advance, gang, as my energy levels are a little bit down this evening. At least it is evening / late night here where I'm at in the US. My Saturday night stream is my late night stream, at least as far as I'm concerned, because it's well into the PM. It's from 9 to 11 PM, which is kinda a little bit late. But this is the best time to stream for my schedule. But the issue is that sometimes just because of fatigue and different little things as to what's been going on during the day, I'm usually a little bit fatigued when I run my Saturday night stream versus my Wednesday night stream. So there are times, especially on my Saturday night stream, where I may kind of doze off or like fade out, I guess is another way to put it. So if you're watching sometimes and you see me do some weird thing, it's maybe because my attention has faded away or got distracted or something else, because usually when I'm running my Saturday show, some nights I'm a little more tired than others, so that's why sometimes the performance may be a little bit different from time to time. And it also depends on what we have going on the map. But there are some nights where I may be really pretty tired, but I still want to get it in and provide you guys with content. So I still hop on and try to get my shows knocked out. But you just may see some moments where I'm fading in and out, and that's usually why. Alright. But anywho, we just about got these 2 of the 4 horses that we need to ride taken care of. So we'll start. If I can hop on there with this one. Yankee. And like I say, I just really want to get to the point in this stream where we have our horses reach their complete their reproduction cycle, so that you can see them, so you can kind of see what happens when it gets to the point where they have their own offspring. Because I've kind of done some testing on it, but we haven't really done it a full playthrough with horses to where they give birth, so it's just going to be a neat thing to see. I just want hopefully we can get there and get enough episodes in so that we can see that before the end of this ELM Creek series. And again, as it stands right now, we're looking at November the 12th, Saturday, November the 12th being our final episode before the Platinum Pack, Farming Simulator 22 Platinum Pack DLC releases. And kind of after that happens, I'm still gonna do what I need to do as far as my shows are concerned. Alright. So we got one more horse to ride and we'll be done with our horses. Just make sure I grab the right one. Come on, hop on. Applejack. I think the guys on PC actually have mods where they can kind of automate some of this horse carriage stuff. Because on console you can't really do that because of different rules that the companies have. In this case, Microsoft and Sony on the PlayStation side of things, they don't allow for mods on console that run scripts that could alter the way the consoles, or in this case, the programs that are being run and the software on the consoles, because that also could lead to a potential hacking scenario, and that's why some of that is. I know it's frustrating for us console gamers as a whole, because it means that we can't get the same mod experience in Farming Simulator 22 that PC gamers have. Because essentially the console version of the game is a different game altogether than the PC version, even though they might look the same on the surface. Because of how we run, because of our ability to run mods, it can lead to a very different experience. And even though I did eventually end up purchasing a version of this game on PC, I got it while I was on. But walking the conversation all the way back, this is what Farming Simulator 19. I did end up purchasing a copy of that game on PC as well as console. I don't think I'll do that this gen because my PC is still very old and not anywhere near the specs that are needed to run Farming Simulator 22 to get the graphical fidelity and everything that you need in order to run the game smoothly. I still could probably run it even with my older setup, but just don't even want to get into that, because for me it's just more convenient for the way I do things at home, for me to have a setup for gaming, that's my console, and then I have a setup for business and other use, and that's my desktop PC, and to keep those worlds separate for the most part. I'm not saying I don't ever not game on my PC, but it's very rare. I used to be a much more hardcore gamer and game on both platforms on a regular basis, but now I kind of spend much more time using my console just for the purpose that it's supposed to serve, for gaming, and of course watching movies with some of the apps and movies and TV apps, but still gaming at its core. And my PC is for work and business. And just like to keep those separate. It's just more convenient for me anyway. Alright, so we're done with the horses. That's that. And so we can now move on to crops. And let's see what we have that can be harvested. We're going to go to our crop calendar, our growth. And we have a field that's ready to harvest. Our oat field 39, is ready. Looking at our crop calendar. Yeah. Make sure we don't have any other crops. We got grass growing over here on, and let me go ahead and turn that filter on so we don't miss that. I want to wait till grass is on its second ready to harvest cycle. You get better yield when grass is already showing as ready to harvest as well. Let's go take a closer look at that. But we're going to go grab a harvester and address this oat situation too. Well, actually, let's go check the oat field first. And as you can see, It's ready to harvest, so we can go ahead and grab that one. Harvest that one. What I wanted to do, let me go. Needed to move this tractor from where it's at back in shed number 1. And this is my Kubota tractor, obviously. Alright. And the grass says it's ready to harvest. But we know we're going to harvest this month. We want to harvest next month so that we can get the best yield. Grass in this game has 2 ready to harvest states. And if you wait around to the second ready to harvest state, the grass will give you a bonus yield. So that's what we're going to go for before we harvest our grass. So we can close that temporarily. Alright, so we got a little harvest thing going on here. So how do we want to do that? Let's take a look. Let's hop in the shop. And oh my, the Colossus Harvester is on sale. 132,477. So I could buy it, but I don't really need to. And then when we did buy it, we'd have to figure out where we're going to store it. Because we don't have sheds right now, per se, that are large enough to store that harvester. I don't believe. Let's see. Well, it could fit into these sheds. And we do have equipment that we don't use, that we use infrequently, that could be sold back. But it's not really a must that I own a harvester, though. But so let's go ahead and get back to what we are doing here. Let's see. And we do want to lease a harvester. And the last time we harvested, we used the Colossus harvester. And just to mix it up, I just want to try something different each time. So this time, we're going to go with one of our Claas harvesters. Let's see, where is engine setup? 9,000 to 18,000. Yeah, let's go with one of the Claas harvesters. 6 meters, that's fine. We'll set up. We don't really need one with greater horsepower, do we? Does a horsepower affects capacity? Okay, so the 5300 is 9,000 liters. The 5400 is 10,000 liters. The 5500 is 11,000. The 6600 is 10,000. The 6700 is 11,000. The 6800 is 12,500. The 6900 is 13,500. 7400 is 10,000. 75 is 11,000. And the 7600 is 12,500. The 77 7,700 is 13,500 liters. And then we go to the 8 class, 8,600, 13.5, 8,700, 13.5, 8,800, 15, 89 is 15, and then back to the beginning. So we're going to go with the biggest one just for amusement purposes. And at that price, you're looking at 462 grand. Yipes. And that's even before we get into the features. At that price, we're probably not going to do that many different features. Okay, no numbering. Alright. Straw distribution width is 6 meters. I guess that's fine. So, we'll go ahead and... Wait a minute. Go back to the top. Were all of the 8,000 series all 15,000? Yeah, so we can go with the cheaper one that gets us 15,000. And just save a few dollars there. Alright, and lease. And what grain headers work with this bad boy? We want to make sure we get that. The Flex 1080, that's 10 meters, so we can do that one. Out of combo Flex 1380. We'll go with the Convio Flex 1080 header. We'll go ahead and lease that. And that's a 10.8 meter header. And none of the combos show a header trailer, but we're going to need one, so I don't know why it doesn't come up in that menu. So let's look at our header trailers, and if we have the class ones, I'm not sure which trailer would work with the header that I lease, so we may have to play that one by trial and error, because whatever its settings we have, you can't adjust those once you lease the product. So we're going to try the cheaper one first, so let's go have at it. Let's jump over to the shop. And let's see what we have here. Got the harvester, got the header, got the trailer. And we'll hook up these two first. And then we shall see if we can get the header on this trailer. Okay, we're kind of in position here. Will it drop right on there? Looks like it did get on there. It doesn't appear that it auto locked into place or anything like that, so I'm not sure how it will hold up. staying put. Okay, now we're off to our oat field to go ahead and get this harvest activity started. And even at the blazing speed of 26 miles per hour, which is actually pretty quick for a vehicle of this size. Whoa. Kind of bad driving there, kind of deviated over to the side a little bit there. Thankfully, didn't completely crash. Alright, I'm trying to get situated here where I can unload the trailer in peace. Let's just do it this way. Okay, that was not my intent. Oopsie daisy. I didn't even know it was going to react that way. Anyway, we got it on there, so that's all that matters. Or is it? Alright, we need to unfold the harvester. I'm gonna go ahead and grab that little slither. Oh, right there. Enable the straw swath, because we're going to come back and grab our straw that we produce. Let's go. Yeah, one thing I did forget about here as we were going through that was I could have opted to use the Colossus again, which does have fast harvesting functionality. But even if I didn't, I could have also used some fast harvester headers with this harvester, which kind of produces the same effect. But since I forgot now, it's going to take us some time to get through and harvest this entire field. Alright, so what I can do is go ahead and create a headland on this field. And then I can turn this job over to our worker. Once you kind of get used to fast harvesting, it's hard to go back to regular, normal speed harvesting. Okay, what's happening there? I don't know why we're skipping different sections of crop here. Not sure what that is all about. See if the worker does it with, will he pick them up? Yep. What the heck is this little pickup thing he's doing? Not sure what the reason is for the wigging out, or why they can't pick up that little section right there. If I come in this direction, will you get it? I don't know what the deal is. It's weird. So I'm going to try using a worker and see how that goes. But because the workers sometimes do crazy stuff, I want to try to still going to have to babysit him a little bit. Alright, so this harvest is looking even a little bit better now. It's just weird that that spot down at the bottom of the field, it was just kind of wigging out. I don't know what the deal is there. What's the problem down there in that part of the field that's causing the harvest to wig or bug out like that. But we're soon gonna need to unload what our harvester is loaded up with. So I'm gonna need to bring a trailer out to the field just for that purpose. So we'll go with our Mack Superliner. Got the dumper installed. park the truck kind of out of the way. And now might be a good time to work on getting our screenshot. So let's move into our harvester. Let's go ahead and get that setup done right. Shot right there. Oh shoot, it's the wrong button. You see the harvester is almost full. Alright, my apologies for not having that much commentary tonight, especially on this side of the harvesting thing, but just kind of want to watch it and just kind of let it do its work. We could possibly multitask on the farm if there are some other tasks that we can do here. With the only other thing here we could dial up is we could go ahead and grab our baler and get baling going. We're going to continue to do the largest capacity straw bales that we can do. Alright, the burger is ready to unload, so we'll go ahead and do that. One load down. Alright, let's take a peek at our balers and see how we want to handle our baling situation. We own the Vicon Fast Bale, but that only does round bales. And we want to continue with the theme of doing the square bales and doing max capacity square bales. So let's take a look at what we want to do. Since we're going on that down that square bale track, and I kind of showcased this baler a little bit last week, but I got the wrong version of it. This is the version of this mod that you want to grab if you're going to do silage bales. Well, if you're just doing basic baling with that and you want to do it with this same mod, you want to grab this version of the mod. And that's what I'm going to do here. We're going to go ahead and lease that version of the baler and keep this little crawler track. And that's pretty much all we need with that. So all we're doing is straw. So I'm going to go over to my Massey Ferguson. And we're going to go to the shop and go grab that baler that we just leased. Whoops. I struggle with my driving sometimes. Oh, my brain just went phased out on me again here. We're going the wrong direction. No, actually, we're going the right direction. Forgot what I was doing. Having back-to-back senior moments, guys. Bear with me. We're going to the shop to pick up the baler, and then we're going to the baler, take the baler out to the field. Okay, we're at the shop. We have the baler, and this is the Kun. I'm not gonna pronounce it that way incorrectly. SP1290 ID Silage Special. Okay. Yeah, I know I kind of say this every time from time to time when playing the game. And remember, I'm on console on the Xbox Series X. And even though it's not perfect, the graphics on this game still look really so good to me. I just sometimes just sit kind of marvel at how realistic it does look, even if the colors are a bit cartoonish, in my humble opinion. Still a very great looking game. Alright, so we can go ahead and start the baling process. I'm going to do unfold baler. How do we change just the bale size? Alright, right. We want to do the largest size that we can, so we want to do 240 centimeters. Or pick up, turn on baler. And away we go. Okay, and so let's check on our harvester, take a peek at it. Is it ready to unload it? 73, almost. Alright, so let's go grab up some more straw. While keeping an eye on the harvester in the background. Alright, looks like our harvester has a full load again, so we can go unload our harvester. Okay, looks like the harvester is fully unloaded, so it's back in operation, moving on. 19, or didn't keep track of the time. We're coming up on, we're doing overtime tonight, by accident, of course. This is where we're going to have to wrap it up. This is the end of the stream for tonight. We're going to pick up on the next episode, probably from where we leave off tonight. I got to get that figured out. Whatever we decide to do, I'd get you up to speed when we come back in on the next episode. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. As always, continue to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm Bose831 Gaming on all the major social media platforms and YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, all the above. Like I always say, if you're not having fun doing what you do, then what are you doing? And I will catch you on the flip side. Have a good one.